Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. I'll start the newcomers roundtable here in just a moment. Dave, I was just giving you a call to make sure that is. Does anybody need to use the repeater before I start the newcomers roundtable in about a minute and a half? Good evening, and welcome to the NOBARC N1ISB Newcomers Roundtable, which meets first Sunday of the month at 6 p.m. on the 146.91 repeater with a PL of 162.2, and also by Echolink at K1FFK-R. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Wife had supper a little late, so I didn't have everything ready. The purpose of the roundtable is to welcome newly licensed and newly upgraded hams to the VHS portion of the spectrum, and to enable them to meet with each other and more experienced hams for the purpose of asking and answering questions, exchanging information, and building friendships. Your moderator tonight is Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. I'm in Hinsdale, Mass. My name is David. When checking in, please check in slowly, use proper phonetics. And I'll take check-ins on the 146.91 repeater. Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 Juliet Papa Uniform. My name's Matt. I'm in North Adams, and I'm running commercial power.
November 1, X-ray, Bravo, India.
Chris?
Whiskey 1, Julia, Papa, Jake, Pittsfield, Mass, commercial power, W1JJP.
Here is Kilo, Charlie 1, November, Hotel, Golf, Alex and Ash.
Oscar, Hotel, Kilo, Lanesboro, name is Mike.
Last station, you can come again with your call, please.
Kilo, Charlie, 1, Oscar, Hotel, Kilo, Mike from Lanesboro, Mass.
K1FFK.
Got you, Mike. Your audio's a little bit low, but that's okay. You're holding the repeater pretty good. Any other check-ins for the newcomers roundtable? Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, India Yankee Foxtrot, Brad, Row, Mass.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Julia Foxtrot Bravo, Amy, and Row as well, commercial power.
Okay, Whiskey 1, Tango, Tango, Tango. Very good. We've actually matched the number of respondents from last month already, so we'll give another call here in a few minutes. Couple things I want to get out of the way here first, if I can. If I can find my paperwork here. Okay, in addition to this being the newcomers net, one of the things I am very interested in is emergency communications. So I'm just going to give a little thing here that your local community emergency management groups are looking for RACES officers and operators. So if you know who your emergency management personnel are in your town, contact them and see if they need to have a radio officer. The next is the Western Mass Aries group are always looking for members, and I'll go deeper into that in a little bit once we get things going. Show you how to register for that and hopefully get some new members into that. So, without further ado, we'll go up to the top of the list. KC1 JPU. Matt, do you have anything this evening?
Good afternoon, Dave. This is KC1JPU. I didn't really come prepared with anything necessarily to bring up. I just wanted to join in and see where tonight went. Like I've been saying, last month it was pretty big success. I got a bit out of it, and met a few people on the air, so I'm just kind of here for the ride, if you will. Back to Net.
Okay, very good, Matt. Welcome aboard. Yeah, it's it's informal, so anybody that has questions on things are welcome to ask them. If we don't have the answers, we'll try to find them for you. But other than that, let's move on to the second person there. N1 XBI, Ramon. How are you this evening, and do you have anything?
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's, well, I can tell you the weather outside is, it's not windy, so I can't detect that, but, it's not rainy either, so I can't, yeah. So, yeah, we're, let's see. I got my, watch, thing, on the yokai, so there we go. Yeah, as far as that goes, we're happy to, I think my mom's doing okay, so, well, she's been at the hospital for, I don't know, but, I'm glad she's okay now, so.
Sign out. Sign out. Over. APU. Release clear. Repeater ready.
Went overboard. Anyway. My mom is, doing okay. So everything's fair and square. Yep.
Okay, Ramon, very good. Sorry to hear about your mom, but hopefully she'll get better. I'm going to ask everybody to, if you can have a pencil or a pen handy to copy down a little information that you might find helpful here in a few minutes as I try to get everything together here. And the information I need to copy down is my email address, which is whiskey1 tango 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 at arrl.net. If you didn't get it, let me know, and I'll do it again in a few seconds. I also have a second address I'd like you to copy down. I'll have that for you here in a second. Okay, the second address is wma.join, JOIN, or not slash, I guess it's a hyphen, just a straight line, and then ARES, backslash. I'll get to that in a minute and tell you what that's about. Any of you didn't get it all, let me know, and I'll repeat it in a few minutes. Let's move on down to Whiskey 1, Juliet, Papa, Jake. Do you have anything for us this evening?
Whiskey 1 JJP. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Just came into this, nothing on hand. Just kind of roll with it, see what goes on. I did hear Dave say he's got a surprise for us at the net this morning, so I'm kind of curious. But one thing I just wanted to follow up on, I haven't had a chance to hit him on the air, but Matt, KC1JPU, I sent you an email last month. I didn't hear back. I just want to make sure they went through, but we can discuss more later if you want. But just here to go around, see what's going on.
Okay, very good. You've given away my surprise. At least nobody knows what it is yet, but I'll get to that in a minute. It's just something I thought would be interesting for the newcomers and some of the other people that may or may not have this piece of paperwork. So let me move on down to Alex, KC1NHG. What do you have tonight? Anything?
KC1NHG for the net. I don't know of anything particular, although I recently set up another computer for dedicated FT8 WinLink, just digital modes, a small computer up high attached to one of my radios for dedicated digital modes. So if anyone wants to get a hold of me during this meeting, I'm going to be running FT8 on 6 meters, the lower 6 meter frequency, the entirety of this meeting. I'm going to be on there if anyone else wants to try out their FT8 setups.
K1FFK.
Good, Alex. Quick question for you. Did you get all that information in the computer the other night we were talking about? Did it take it all?
Yes, it did. It took a second try for the radio information, but I was able to get everything filled out on that site as well. It all worked pretty fine after that.
Okay, very good. Next on the list is KC1OHK. Mike, do you have anything for the Newcomers Roundtable?
Yes, this is Mike. I am a newcomer, and just got my license 3-4 weeks ago. And just here listening, and remove my bashfulness from talking on the radio.
Okay, Mike, I copied most of that. The newcomer, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. I don't know if you're on an HT or what, but maybe try speaking up just a little bit into that, and it might come in a little bit better, but we'll check next time around. Let me roll it. KC1, IYF, Brad, anything this evening that's on your mind?
Good evening, Dave, and everyone on the net. I don't really have any special topics. Yeah, healing up from my wounds. Did manage to get most everything done for the snowfall, and got to bring the tower down and winterize everything up there before I messed up my hand, so that's a good deal. And got a new antenna put up there too for a new scanner, I guess. This digital scanner. Figured everything's going digital, might as well get a digital scanner now and learn how to use it. That's kind of interesting. Reset. Other than that, I don't know. I've been listening and heard Mike, I guess it was, a newcomer, talked about getting over his shyness of the mic. I was that way for quite a while. I always seem a little nervous talking in front of crowds, and when you're on a repeater, you know, there's a lot of people listening, so it's the same kind of deal, I guess. But just talk about stuff you usually do, and I don't know, doing the nets and stuff helped me get over it a little bit. I guess mic fright, some people call it. I don't know if it was the mic, it's just talking in front of strangers, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, interesting hobby. And it can keep growing, that's the thing. It seems to never end. Every time you think you got it set up just like you like and it works pretty well, all of a sudden you're like, oh geez, if I did this I could reach a little more bands or reach further out or whatnot. So the hobby that keeps growing, I guess. I'll pass it back to Net. KC1, I will.
Okay, Brad, thanks for that, and you do a great job on the nets. And I will mention at this point that if anybody's interested in doing net control stations for some of the emergency nets, again, contact me via my email, and I'll try to set you up in any of the open spots we have. But yeah, it's interesting that Brad mentions about it. Once you think you got everything all set, something either changes or goes wrong. I had a computer monitor die on me this past week, so I had two of them running on the computer, took the one down, said I'll go back to one, and at the same time redid my whole desk. That's why another reason why I didn't have everything organized here. But anyways, let me take a break here for a second, see if anybody else wants to join in to the Newcomers Roundtable. Please call Net Control now.
This is WB2 Victor Quebec, Tim, Lee, Massachusetts, over.
I copy WB2 Victor Quebec. Tim, welcome aboard. I think somebody else tried to get in there at the same time, but if so, please call again. Not hearing anything. Let's move on to KC1 JFB. Amy, how's things going with you tonight? And do you have anything for the net? Any questions, answers, or whatever?
Hi, Dave. Hi, everybody. I never have much to say, but I want to congratulate Mike on getting his license. It's a big deal. It's a good hobby. And Mike Fright, I can relate to. I always have that one story where the first time I did a net, I had to actually grab my wrist with my other hand because it just shook so hard. But it'll get better for you. Just keep talking, and nobody minds. All right, that's all I've got for now. KC1JFB, back to net.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm going to say I hope everybody's having a great new year, or at least the start of it anyway. N1ZGA, Josh, up in Vermont. What do you have for us?
KJ1K.
KJ1K, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess I tried and sign in with a new rig and apparently wasn't getting in, so I switched to an old rig here.
Okay, very good. I've got you down on the list here. I'll be with you in a minute, Sigurd. Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. Josh, N1ZGA. What's the mode on that net at 8 o'clock? Okay, Josh, thank you for that. Next on the list is WB2 VVQ. Tim, good evening. I'm hoping you're having a good new year. You have anything for the Newcomers Roundtable?
Good evening. This is Tim, WB2 Victor Quebec. I'm an old timer. I've been licensed since 1963. And I've had ham radio as a hobby, and it started me on my profession as an electrical engineer. I'm now retired, and I would like to offer, I'm looking through the shack right now, if anybody needs any kind of cables of any kind, I seem to have a vast surplus of cables of all kinds. And Dave, I have about 5 extra monitors, and so I think I should give you a monitor. WB2VVQ, over.
K1FFK.
It's good to know. I will get a hold of you at some point, Tim, and see what you do have. And Tim, I don't know if this would be a good time at the moment to mention about the club. For anybody that's interested, NOBARC is sponsoring this, the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club. So if you're interested in joining a club, supporting the repeaters, it's a good thing to do. Tim, can you enlighten us on what the club offers newbies?
This is WB2VVQ. I'm the secretary and treasurer of the club, and Dave is an officer, and Sigurd is an officer on there too. Perhaps you would like to speak on what the club has to offer. We haven't done as much public service this year as we have in previous years because of the coronavirus situation. We've also canceled our Ham Fest for the same reason. So we hope that will be changing soon. And Ham Fest probably be in August of this year, and it's a good time to meet up with everybody. Go ahead, Dave.
Okay, Tim, thank you. Well, some of the club stuff is, we have a meeting once a month. Right now it's on the air on a Sunday night, the last Sunday of the month, or fourth Sunday of the month. And, like you say, like Tim said, a lot of the other stuff has been held back because of the virus and stuff, but we like to try and keep things going. So the more new people we can get involved, the more members we can get involved in the club, the easier it is to try and get field day up and running, keep the net operations going, maybe try working on some, I won't say a class, but a meeting where it shows what the Go kits look like, different power sources, stuff of that nature. And then the digital communications, which is becoming a big thing in this time now. Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. Let me roll. Okay, we'll move down to Sigurd. Sigurd, do you have anything for the Newcomers Roundtable?
Good evening, Dave, and good evening, Tim, and Alex, and everybody else on the channel. I had gotten a new radio, I don't know, it was yesterday or Friday afternoon, I don't remember. I guess it was yesterday, and don't have it quite programmed right, so I don't think I had the tone frequency in correctly, and so I'm back on an old radio right now. And I have been negligent in not getting into digital stuff, other than running packet many years ago, and recently have tried and get on to FT8 by taking an old radio and building an interface for it, and unfortunately I haven't been successful, so that's why I sprung for a new radio. So hopefully this one will allow me to get on FT8. Back to net.
Okay, very good, Sigurd. Sigurd's been around for a while. He's into all kinds of stuff, including weather stations and other stuff like that. As far as the digital stuff, it's slow going even on my end, trying to get familiar with some of it. There was something else I was going to bring up here, but let me take a break here and see if anybody else would like to join the Newcomers Roundtable this evening. Please call now.
This is Kilo 1, Yankee Oscar, K1YO. Name is Bob in Southwick, Mass. Good morning, Dave. Good morning to the net. Or good evening, I should say.
Good evening, Bob. I was hoping to hear from you tonight. I'm just trying to keep things rolling here. And Bob is the emergency communications work person for Western Mass Aries Group. Basically, he's my boss. So anyways, Bob, do you have anything for the net tonight?
Yeah, Dave, great job. Glad to hear a lot of people coming on. Hopefully a bunch of newcomers too. It's a great hobby. I did notice there is a correction that we have done that you can put out to them, or I can put out to them. If they want to get onto our website, you can just type www.wma.arrl.org. Okay, and that will get you to the Western Mass section website. If you look in the menu there, you'll see emergency communications. If you click on that, you'll see a lot of things we're about. And let me roll the repeater. And there's a place there for new people to join and log in. The information will come to me, and I'll get in contact with you, and we'll take off and get things going. If you look down the main menu there, as you come into the website, you'll see a section manager report. That's from Ray, KV1LRL. And then a couple articles down, I put an article in about a week or so ago about some new directions for Aries, so you might find that interesting to see how we're reorganizing what we're trying to do. So great job, Dave, and we'll pop it back to you. With you on TTT in the net, K1 Yankee Oscar.
Okay, very good, Bob. I appreciate that. And just a question from my end is the website you just gave, will that bring up the Join Aries short form?
Yeah, Dave, if they go to that, the website's been redesigned, and that one that you were pointing to may have been just one where we were developing it. But if they just use the main wma.arrl.org, you can www in front of that, or you can use the prefix you used, https://wma.arrl.org. You'll get to the main site. If you drop down emergency communication, you'll see register as new Aries member in there, and that takes you to a little form you fill out right online, and it notifies a couple people with emails, and we'll get in touch with you. K1YO.
Okay, very good. That answers that. Yeah, some of the Aries is the organization that is going to be handling a lot of the emergency communications for different groups around Western Mass and Eastern Mass. We're involved in the Western Mass end of it, so let me roll here for a second, and I'll tell you what I have going on for anybody that's interested. And this is where my email address comes in handy. So those of you that have the email, those that you need the email, let me know. But what I'm doing is I'm asking everybody that's interested to send me an email with their mailing address, their information and their mailing address. And I will mail out to you a frequency chart from the ARRL. I will also include a letter from Western Mass Aries with some information on it, and maybe one or two other little things that I have floating around here. But the only way I'm going to mail them is if you send me an email with your contact information, your email address, or your home mailing address so I can mail it out U.S. mail, and we'll let it go at that. So anybody that's interested in that, again, my email address is Whiskey 1 Tango 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 at ARRL.net. So that's the surprise I had for everybody tonight. I don't have it with handy right at the moment, but I've got like 100 of the frequency charts to send out if people want them. And I'm doing that on my own, so feel free to contact me. Let me take a break here.
K1FFK.
Tango 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 with the NOBARC Newcomers Roundtable. Is there anybody else that would like to check in, have any information, or want any information? Please call now.
This is Kilo Charlie 1 November Bravo Whiskey Chris from Columbia, Connecticut. No traffic.
Okay, that was a little quick for me. Can you repeat it again, please? Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango.
Here is Kilo Charlie 1 November Bravo Whiskey Chris from Connecticut. No traffic.
Okay, Chris, welcome aboard Newcomers Roundtable. We're actually down to you right at the moment. If you have any questions or suggestions, need information, feel free to ask. Or if you have anything else you'd like to talk about.
Good evening, Dave. Good evening, Matt. I do have one question. If you could please repeat the frequency for that 10-meter net going on this evening at 8 p.m. Out of Bennington. And just radio check, I'm using my mobile as a crossband repeater, talking on a handheld right now.
Okay, Chris, you're coming in loud and clear, no problem. That frequency on 10 meters is 28.333, upper sideband, at 8 p.m.
Copy that frequency. KC1 NBW back to net control.
Okay, any other check-ins at this time? Please call. Hey, having nothing heard, we'll move back to the top of the list. KC1 JPU. Matt, anything additional from you?
Nothing new from me. JJP had mentioned his email, and I did get your email. I was just I'm not terribly great with email as it is, but I was going to hold off until you got back to me when everything kind of started clearing up, because you'd mentioned that everything was sort of up in the air just because of the condition of things now. So I was going to wait until I heard back from you as far as that goes. And I hadn't, I did manage to find the website, but I haven't signed up yet, just for the same reason. As far as everything else goes, let me roll. Alex had brought up digital. I got my FT891, and I had sort of dabbled trying to get into digital. However, I don't believe that I have all of the right equipment to do that. I got myself my computer, my programming cable, and the radio, but I know there's more to it, and I haven't quite done the research yet to figure out what it is that I need to get. So maybe on the way back through, Alex might be able to expand a little bit on what it takes to get into digital. Back to that.
Okay, Matt. Well, yeah, Alex might be able to answer that for you, or two of you might be able to get together some evening and chit-chat on the radio and try to get your systems working. You guys are pretty close together. K1YO, Bob, I have a quick question for you before I go any further.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave. K1YO.
Okay, we mentioned about joining areas. Do we want to also mention about people that are already signed up going in there and registering, re-registering, or not?
Sure, we're just getting that off the ground. In the high level view, it looks like we have a database that's fairly ancient of a lot of people. I think we've scrubbed that through, but we want to transition people over to the new membership database just so we can find out what your needs are, their needs are out there, and what kind of things we might be able to put together and offer, such as training on digital, for example, and a host of other things. So there's two ways to do it. One is either try to migrate ourselves the information, which may or may not be successful, but we also thought we'd like to ask them to get in there and re-register themselves. And I'll put a message out probably within this coming week for doing that. We're taking it one step at a time. Let me roll the repeater. Okay, got it. So, yeah, we'll have a message out, Dave, and you can put it out to the group next pass around for the existing members to come back on board. Again, I suggest that you go to the main website there, take a look about 2 or 3 articles down for the article I wrote, as your section coordinator, section emergency coordinator, and that gives some ideas of what we're doing, how we're going to develop things, some training stuff, and quite a few other topics that we will put together as far as Zoom courses for our members. So I hope that answers you, Dave. K1YO.
Yes, it does, Bob. Okay, next on the list is N1XBI. Ramon, anything else from you for this evening?
Well, I wonder what tomorrow's going to be like. Yep. Well, let's see. Yep. Oh yeah. Wonder how Obi's doing, and if he's able to walk, that would be a plus. Yeah. So. And well, I guess that's about it. Yep, that's it. And XBI, back to that.
Okay, Ramon, and just for your update on Obi, he is up and around. He can get around. He's mobile. The only trouble he's having is, as you've heard on the radio, him trying to formulate words and stuff of that nature. That's why we gave him a radio and tried to keep him in the loop. And hopefully people are sending him cards and best wishes and all that. But he is up and around. He's mobile. He's actually driving the nurses nuts up there, but that's okay. That's the way Obi is. So anyways, maybe next time around, or maybe next time we have a meeting, Ramon, you might mention how you got into ham radio, how you got to where you're at right now. I know you've had to go through some challenging stuff, so maybe next time around. Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. We'll go move along to Jake. Whiskey 1 JJP. What would you have for us, if anything, Jake?
Yeah, W1JJP. Just to confirm, yeah, Matt, that's fine. You got the email. I'll reach back out to you when things do slow down a little bit, for lack of better terms. I had a question on the joining the Aries. I don't know if, Dave, you made that comment, because I just tried to join while we're sitting here talking. I can't remember if I was a member or not, but I just tried to rejoin. I'm kind of stuck. I got a response in an email. I'm not sure what to do from there, so maybe we can talk more. Break.
Yeah, so you went into the website, you started filling out your information, and it said it was going to send you back an email. It may do that, and you have to follow the link there. It's not too bad, but you got to just look at it. We can talk later on if you'd like and see if we can't figure out what's going on with it.
K1FFK.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send you an email anyway with my address and stuff, so I can show you what I got.
Okay, very good. I'll check that out after the net, and we'll see where we can go with it. Okay, anything else, Jake?
Nope, I'm good for this round.
Okay, and let me see if I remember from last month. You're involved with the Medical Reserve Corps. Are they looking for people to help out at hospital communications and all that? So that the people listening know that there might be help needed there?
Absolutely, and that's kind of what Matt and I were going back and forth about. We are always looking for help, always looking for amateur radio personnel to help aid in communication between the hospitals in Berkshire County. We got obviously VFC North, VFC South, Pittsfield, and then Fairview. So we're looking for ham radio operators in the area that can, help out at those hospitals if needed. Break. The issue I mentioned to Matt was a lot of our leadership is in the medical field, mostly nursing or emergency management. So right now they're kind of buried in this pandemic, so we haven't been able to get a lot more off the ground. But if anybody's interested, my email is whiskey1 Juliet Papa at ARRL.net. You can reach out to me and I can kind of get you in the right direction.
Okay, very good, Jake. I appreciate that information. And we'll move down the list to KC1NHG. Alex, what do you have, if anything, and any answers for questions or questions to be answered?
Well, I'd just like to report that Adams is up to about 2 inches of snow now. Excuse me. I do have hiccups in this loop. So we're up to 2 inches of snow here in Adams, and it seems to be continuing, so tomorrow morning should be interesting for the commute. On to Matt's question. I actually using the 891 right now for digital communications. Right now I'm using a connection that simulates a mic going in the front, and I'm using the audio port on the back, so I'm using it a little janky, but I've recently found out a company that sells a Wolfie Link, or they call it Wolfie Link, and you put all your audio connections into there, and then you run a 6-pin mini DIN connection to the data port on the back of the radio, and then that Wolfie Link handles the push to talk and handles gain both directions and everything for you. So all you have to do is run audio into this Wolfie Link, and then it will handle that. I'm still waiting for that to arrive, but that should massively simplify the digital communications on these. As well, it will let you leave your mic hooked up to the front of the radio. I've got my current setup working on multiple Yaesu radios.
Sign out. Sign out. Over. APU release.
I don't know how far you got, Alex, but you're timed out.
I have really bad hiccups and it's messing with my cadence. I'm usually good at giving the 60 seconds. I'm going to be trying out this new Wolfie link to streamline digital communications for the Yaesu radios. If I'm successful with it, I'll let everyone know, but digital communications and emergency communications are the reason I got into amateur radio, so if anyone wants to talk about it, I'd be happy to talk about it, or learn about it. I want to learn everything I can about it. Get back to that.
Okay, very good. We'll move on down to KC1OHK. Mike, I'm sure you've been listening, and we're going to get you to talk a little on your microphone right now. And again, welcome aboard. I hope you have a happy new year, and I hope you enjoy amateur radio. There's a lot to learn, a lot to keep you busy. Let's put it that way. So go ahead, Mike. If you have any questions or ideas, you'll let us hear them.
This is KC1OHK. This is Mike. I got interested back in the 80s when I was going to college. And the Morse code kind of driven doing Morse code, learning Morse code and calculus. So I picked the amateur radio, the ham radio. Radio check before you told me for signal.
Okay, we're copying you. Again, your audio is a little low, but go ahead. We're hearing everything you're saying.
Yeah, so anyway, I got interested when Alex told me that you didn't need to know the Morse code, but I still have interest in the CW and the old school Morse code being, but it'll be a long learning curve, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm an old analog guy. The digital stuff is still new. It's nice to hear that everybody's still trying to learn that digital stuff. I bought this little radio from Alex, a little Bowfang EV5R, and it's just amazing how he spends time with the frequency. So, back to you, Dave.
Okay, Mike, very good. I hope that radio works out good for you. KC1IYF, Brad, anything new from you?
Evening again, everyone. I had a couple of questions, and then I think some of them got answered there. It's about Aries. Amy signed her and I up to Aries here a while back. Seems I remember there was a place where they wanted to know what equipment you had and what your license class was and whatnot. And since then, we've got more equipment and more band capabilities. So we're wondering if we should go back in there and update it or whatnot. Let me roll. And another question. People with older hams might know. I'm sure they do. I was thinking about getting a desk mic, and I don't really know much about them at all. So I don't know if anybody has any advice or pointers. And one of the questions I had was, I have an ICOM 7300 and a 9700, and I'm wondering if you can just switch mics. The stock mics look the same. So I'm wondering if I got a desk mic, if I could use it with either radio or not. So, and another quick question. So people are writing these down because I know I can't remember one thing from the next. But I was looking at those ICOM 705s. I was wondering if anybody had one or had any experience with one, and they enjoyed it or not, and whether it might be worth getting one in the springtime. KC1IYF, back to you, Dave.
Okay, I can't answer probably any of those questions. The microphones, it depends. if they're the same make radio, like if both radios are Kenwood, usually they keep the mic connectors the same, but I would always check the book on that and see what the mic is capable of doing. Always look at the schematics and stuff to check that out. Yeah, that would be the best suggestion I could give on that. Okay, KC1 JFB, Amy, anything from you?
K1FFK.
No, not really. Should we go in and, I guess the answer is yes on the Aries thing. Go in and upgrade our equipment, etc.
Well, I would go into the wma.arrl.org, bring that site up, and under Emergency Communications, click on that, and click on Join there, and re-enter everything that you have to enter into that one. That's going to be the new database that we're going to be working with. So I'm not sure if you were into the Aries Connect or what you were into, but I would recommend going into that and filling that out so we can get the correct information.
Comment, K1YO.
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, Dave, K1YO here. For Amy and for Brad, yeah, take a look. I'm going to check with one of the persons that put the database together. That's going to be Aaron up there. I don't believe, I'm not sure if you can or cannot access any previous information that was there. They're two separate databases. I'm not sure if they were able to transfer it across. But I'll get back to you if you guys want to send me just a quick email at K1YO, K1 Yankee Oscar at AR. I'll check that out and I'll let you know. Let me go over the repeater before it bites me. Okay, so what typically is going to happen if you're a new member coming in, you go in and sign up as a new member. There's a couple questions you answer, and then that gets submitted. That will fire off an email to myself and the administrator, and you will get an email back with a couple, with a different site that you should log into. And at that point, you'll be able to enter your current information into a simpler form than the old dinosaur that we used to use, which is probably 20 years old anyway. So that should work that way. If not, feel free to drop me an email, and I'll be glad to help you out. But Brad and Amy, I'll check on yours, and I'll get back to you just to see if your info's there. K1YO.
Answer your question, Amy?
Yes, it did. I wasn't sure if it was my turn or not. I'll go ahead and send that email, and thank you very much. Back to Net.
Okay. N1ZGA, Josh, up in Vermont. You have anything new? Thank you for that, Josh, and keep up the video, and that's good. And for the rest of you, be sure to talk up this net, or this round table. The more people we get into it, the better information we can get. Okay, let's move it on to WB2 VDQ. Tim, do you have anything else?
This is WB2 VVQ. No, nothing else, I guess. I encourage everybody to attend the on-the-air club meetings, the fourth Sunday of every month at 6 o'clock. And I am an old and experienced Sam, and I have an excess amount of things. Please, if anybody needs any kind of parts or any kind of radio, new or old, I seem to have more than my share. And you can get me at my call sign, WB2VVQ at yahoo.com. Over.
Okay, Tim, thank you for that. And like I say, Tim is a member of our club, the NOBARC Club, so I'm going to just put in a plug for them. Consider joining a club, any club, whether it's this one or another one, whatever repeaters you're using, support the repeaters, because it takes quite a bit of cash and know-how to keep a repeater up and running constantly. So feel free to join the club, donate to the club, whatever you feel like you can do. And we'd love to have new members. We always love to have new members. All right, KJ1K, Sigurd, anything from you?
Yeah, not much. If anybody's on, can get on 6 meters in the Pittsfield area, 6 meter single sideband at 50.2. I'm listening on there with my new radio, and it would be great if I could talk to somebody. Other than that, I'll say 7.3.
Okay, Sigurd, 7.3 to you. Glad to have you come in, and hope you'll be in again next month, maybe with some more of your technical stuff that you like to do. I know you get into all kinds of stuff. All right, I'll take a break here for a second, see if there's anybody else that wants to join this roundtable. Please call Net Control now. Nothing heard. We're actually doing pretty good this month. We went from 8 check-ins last month. We're up to 12 at this point right now. So K1YO, it's back to you, Bob, if you have any more suggestions or tidbits for us.
Yeah, Net Control, K1 Yankee Oscar. Yeah, Dave, 2 things popped up. Let me roll it 1 second. Okay, I get a better thumb position on the mic here. Comments from KC1JPU, Matt, in from, let's see, W1JJP, Jake, I think it was, about the medical reserve. I'm not sure if, which part you guys are a part of, but we have just had a meeting not too long ago with Carmela from the MRC about integrating amateur radio and Aries into that too. So a lot of things are starting up. If you guys need more information, fire me off an email, and we'll be definite to include you in that. So as we get off the ground here, everybody knows exactly what's going on. Great roundtable, Dave. We'll pass it back to you, and thanks for allowing me in. And 7-3 to everybody. K1 Yankee Oscar.
Okay, Bob, no problem. I'm glad to have you in. I mean, it's always nice to have the top people that know what's going on into these things to give out the proper information. Okay, Chris, KC1NBW, you have anything for the Newcomers Roundtable?
And Dave, this is KC1NBW. Nothing new to add. I appreciate all the information, and I'm looking into areas locally in Connecticut. KC1NBW back in there.
Okay, Chris, very good. Is there anybody on the Newcomers Roundtable that needs my email address again for the frequency chart and other paperwork that I have? Very good. We're going back up to the top of the list, to Matt. I'll make this the 73 round. We've been at it for over an hour now, so we don't want to keep everybody too long. People get tired of talking. So, KC1 JPU, and what do you have for us?
Well, personally, I've been kind of in the background trying to make contact over email with a few people here on the net. And I guess the only thing I really have to add for, I believe it's Mike OHK, with the UV5R, I went ahead and went crazy and tore it all apart. But you can take just a real small drill bit, and just with your fingers, you can open up that mic hole, and it's right below the little indicator light. You got your BFO memory, and there's a little light just under that, and then your mic hole is just under that. And if you take just a small drill bit, you can twist it with your fingers and bore that out just a little bit. It's supposed to help significantly. I'm going to let it reset. It's supposed to help your audio levels significantly. Again, your quality's fine. You're just a little bit low. But yeah, like I said, I went crazy. Took the whole thing apart. Had just one piece of plastic in my hand and went from the back through the front when I did mine. But if you're careful, that's not necessary. But that's my little bit of advice. Back to that.
Thank you for that. I also did that to mine at one point. Okay, N1 XBI, Ramon, 73 round. You have anything else for us?
Yeah, it's wonderful to be here. So, yeah. And it's always a pleasure, hearing all different topics, that people generate. So there we go. Back to net.
Okay, Ramon, you have a good evening. Nice to have you check in. It's always welcome to talk with you. Whiskey 1, Juliet, Papa, Jake, what do you have for the 73 round?
Well, since we last talked, I did have a response from the Aries request I put in. A gentleman responded, said my info came in wrong, which was not my fault. It seems to be a glitch, so we're going to take care of that. I'm going to follow up with an email to Bob, K1YO on the MRC. That is the same MRC comm team we've been discussing here, the one you've been talking about with Carmela. So I'll follow up an email with you, and I believe that's it for now. Glad to be here again. Thanks for putting this on. 7-3, Whiskey 1, Juliet.
Okay, and before everybody starts to leave, remember my email. If you send me your name, your address, and all that information, so I can mail out this packet to you, so you'll get the frequency chart from the ARRL, and it's a nice little chart. I don't know how up to date it is. It's the most recent one that I purchased, as far as I can tell. So have at it. KC1 NHG, Alex, what do you have for the 73 round?
KC1 NHG for the net. I don't have anything particular other than 2 large glasses of water seem to have cured the hiccups, knock on wood. I want to say it's nice to meet Jake, Josh, Jake, Tim, Sigurd, to actually meet you on the radio. Bob and Chris, I never caught you guys on before, so it's lovely to meet you. And I hope everyone will be participating in the January Vhs Contest, which is coming up. I think it's on the 16th. I think Sigurd can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know the exact date, but it's coming up. And that's what I'm getting my digital modes ready for as well. So I hope everyone will be competing in that contest. At least once we can get together and do contests. But for now, do our contests from our own little location. And I hope to hear back from everyone. Jake, as I live in Adams, right next to, or pretty close to the North County Hospitals, I'll probably get in contact with you at your email, whiskey1jpp@arrl.net. So that's it for me. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Alex, thank you for that. Yeah, and it's like I say, it's a pleasure to have everybody getting in. Like I say, the more people we have, the better. So talk it up. I know it seems like it drags out because we're going from list on a list in a round table format, which makes it lengthy, but it seems to work better that way as far as I can tell. And I'll try to keep it as fresh as possible. I think we're going to stay with the once a month at this point, unless people start asking for this twice a month. But once a month is a lot of work. Twice a month is going to double that. So we'll see what's what. And hopefully we can get some other people to come in that, have it, let me roll. Have information on making antennas and doing other stuff and working the digital. If anybody feels they want to come in and actually have a talk on like digital or the antennas or whatever topic you want, again, send me an email, let me know what topic you want to talk on, and we'll set you up to do that. We can always allow, a little bit of time during this roundtable to do that. So with that, we're going to go to KC1OHK. Mike, your 73 round.
Yeah, this is KC1OHK, Mike. Thank you for everything, all your input and support out there. Thanks again for the tips on the drill hole. KC1 and it's a nice chat. Really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your help, and have a nice night. KC1 October Hotel Kilo Pop.
Okay, very good, Mike. You'll get used to that. Believe me, the phonetics are a whole different animal, but send me that email and I'll get out this other paperwork and I can toss in a listing of the phonetics if you need it. You probably got them right in front of you, but whatever. KC1 IYF, Brad, you're up for the 73 round.
Oh, good evening again. Thank you, Josh, for that information. SM30. I'll check it out. I know the stock hand mics that came with the radios are interchangeable, so I was thinking of any mic that works on one should work on the other, so that's cool. And yeah, I was just wondering if anybody was familiar with the ICOM 705, if they had any experience with one or not, how well it performed, if they had any comments about it or anything like that. Kind of eyeballing one. I guess that's about it. Hope everybody has a prosperous new year. I guess that's it from here. 73. Back to you, Dave. KC1 IYF.
Okay, Brad, very good. The 705, I've got a 706, but the 705 I thought was just coming out, so I don't know how many people are going to have too much experience with it yet. If you got YouTube available, look it up on YouTube. There's a lot of reviews and stuff on equipment like that. That might be an avenue to look, at least check it out.
K1FFK.
Yeah, I did all that, and it seems pretty nice. Everybody likes it, but a lot of times just talking to someone that has personal experience with it. Got some other little comments in there. Alrighty, thank you. I'll say 73.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at it myself. I'm not, I don't know. I think the low wattage is what has got me holding back from it right at the moment. But again, it's, if you want it for portable use, that's a great system. Okay, KC1 JFB, Amy.
Thanks, Dave. 73 to everybody. I hope everybody has a happy new year, and hopefully we can see each other again soon. KC1 JFB, 73.
Thank you for that, Amy. Great to have you on here. Great to have you and Brad doing the nets too. So keep up the good work. Did you get the, just out of curiosity, did you get the email, the last one I sent you, with the PFDs, PDFs on it?
Yeah, I did. I didn't look at it with the laptop yet, but my little tablet here won't open them. I don't know. I think it's a setting. I just need to spend more time with it.
Okay, very good. I decided to send individual pages, so check it out. Let me know how they work for you. N1ZGA with Josh, 73 round. What do you have for us again? And good job on those videos. No problem. You have a great night, too. Whiskey Bravo 2, Victor, Quebec. Tim, what do you have for us on the 73 round?
This is WB2VVQ. Tim, yes, I just wanted to comment on the Vhs Contest. That is January 16th and 17th of this year. That's 2 weeks from now. Starts at 2 p.m. Saturday and ends at 11 p.m. Sunday local time. And Sigurd KJ1K and myself have been long-time roving partners in that. Recently we've been roving separately because of COVID, but we both intend to go out separately again, but with reduced capabilities and also dependent upon the weather. I encourage everybody to take to come in at least on a 2 meter, not the simplex frequency, but the other frequencies that are around the not the national calling frequency, but the other simplex frequencies. Over.
Okay, very good for that, Tim. We'll hopefully get some more people interested in doing that. KJ1K, I believe you might be already gone, but if not, what do you have for the 73 round?
Please.
KJ1K, was that you trying to get back in?
Just trying to fix the tone problem on the new radio.
Okay, you're into it right now. What frequency on 6 meters were you talking about again?
I was on 50.200, and I'm pleased to report that W1
BS, Joe Petrowski, came in and we had a nice chat.
Oh, Joe's back in the area? Okay, well, whatever. I tried tuning it in, but I wasn't hearing anything on it.
Yeah, well, I think there's a hill between you and I, so probably, you know, ground wave isn't going to work, and we're not far away to do anything else. But thanks a lot. So I'll say 7-3, and I'll echo Tim's suggestion that for the VHF contest, which starts at 2 o'clock on a Saturday, I believe it's the 18th, and goes till 10 o'clock Sunday night. And any contacts are gratefully accepted. 7-3, KJ1K, clear QRT.
Thank you for that, Sigurd. You have a great day. K1YO, Bob, anything for the 73 round?
No, Dave, great job by everybody, and welcome to all the newcomers, and hello to all the old-timers. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon, and hopefully this COVID will go away someday, and we can get out and visit the clubs and stuff. Take care, and have a great one. K1YO clear, back to net.
Okay, and Bob, thank you for getting in here again. I appreciate, like I say, the more the merrier, and the higher ups, the better, because they have all the information. So, very good. Have a good afternoon, a good evening, whatever. KC1NBW, Chris, 73 round.
I have nothing else. Thanks for sharing the information. Really enjoyed taking part of it. KC1NBW, clear out 73.
Okay, Chris, again, thank you for checking in. Whiskey 1 Tango Tango Tango. This has been a regular monthly meeting of the NOBARC N1ISB Newcomers Roundtable. I would like to thank the Northern Berkshire Amateur Radio Club for the sponsorship and the use of the repeater, which I will now return to regular amateur radio use. Thanks to all who checked in tonight. The roundtable is secure at 7:29 p.m. This is Whiskey 1 Tango 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 signing clear.